what's up everyone? I'm Jazz Young. Welcome to my channel. If you're here for the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. If you are returning, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And again, thank you all for tuning in. So today I want to talk about self-love and just loving yourself unconditionally. Specifically speaking, just the overall importance of self-love, what that actually looks like, why you may be struggling with it, and just the overall importance on why everyone needs to show themselves self-love and love themselves unconditionally. So first things first, what exactly does it mean to love yourself, right? We talk about self-love all the time, but do you actually understand what that means, what that looks like? I think that a lot of people actually have no idea what that actually looked like. Self-care and self-love are not technically the same thing. Self-care just means pretty much having a day to yourself, maybe doing something nice for yourself, maybe blocking out any negativity. There's a long list of what kind of falls under the category of self-care. Self-love, on the other hand, just means truly and unconditionally loving yourself. And I think that a lot of people aren't loving themselves the way that they should be. And that's what pretty much inspired me to kind of do this video. I noticed that a lot of people are dealing with mental health issues. Now, before I move forward, I do want to put this out there that mental health and mental illness are two completely different things. I am in no way, shape, or form speaking to anyone dealing with a mental illness. If you are, I have absolutely no expertise on that topic, and I do suggest that you seek help immediately. I just want to talk directly about just your mental health and just trying to strengthen your mental health. And overall, in order to do so, you have to understand what self-love is, and you have to actually practice that. So let's talk a little bit about what self-love means. Self-love is actually loving yourself the way you say you want people to love you. A lot of people are looking for love. A lot of people are looking to be loved. But please understand that much like happiness, self-love starts within the self. Unconditional love starts within the self. You have to give yourself unconditional love. You have to stop looking for someone else to satisfy us in those ways. That's something that you have to do on your own already before you can expect someone else to do that. Let me explain something to you. It is absolutely no one's job to make you happy. That's your job. As an individual, as an adult, it's your job to make yourself happy, right? That's internal. Yes, people can make your day better. If you're having a bad day, someone can easily brighten up your day. They can easily make you smile, make you feel good. So many people are struggling right now with finding their true happiness or finding their true love because they don't actually understand what true love looks like. If you're not loving yourself unconditionally first, you're not going to understand what it means. You're not going to be able to receive that love from someone else, and you're not going to be able to give it to someone else because you're not giving it to yourself. So first things first, start by loving yourself. Start by giving yourself the happiness, the joy, everything that you seek from all of these other people. Give that to yourself first before you expect someone else to give that to you. A lot of the things that we want out of life, I don't think we realize that we have control over giving that to ourselves. Everyone wants to be happy. Cool. You pick that. You decide on that, not nobody else. Everyone wants to find love. You have to love yourself first. Again, if you are someone that does not really love yourself or does not really know how to love yourself, how can you truly love someone else? We have to first start to internalize love within ourselves. We have to first start to internalize happiness within ourselves. It starts with us. Once we master that, once we master our own happiness, and I do have a video on that for anyone that want to know how that can be done. I have a video on that. So feel free to definitely check that out as well. But once you master your own happiness, everything else in life becomes really easy because you're not looking for people to fill certain voids that you feel like you may be missing because you've already filled them yourself. And then everything else in life pretty much becomes 100% better because you're not upset all the time, expecting other people to make you feel a certain way, expecting other people to give you something that you think that you deserve from them. People should treat you right just because that's just what being a decent person is. However, don't expect everyone in the world to make you happy. Don't expect everyone in the world to love you unconditionally, or at least the people that are in and out of your lives. Don't expect them to provide you with that until you're actually able to provide that to yourself. Each individual is responsible for their own happiness, but yet here we are upset, sad, and angry, expecting these people that we're dating or expecting these friends or these friendships to bring us all of this happiness. And it's like, that's not how it's supposed to work. You have to do that yourself first. And then I promise you, once you get to a place where you're like obsessed with yourself, yeah, let's call it obsessed, because you should be obsessing over yourself. Once you've reached that point in your life where you're obsessing over yourself, let me tell you something. Everything just looks better. Everything just feels better. Life is just great. Life is just amazing. And we're no longer looking for people to fill voids because we've already filled them ourselves. So you want self-love, right? You want to love yourself unconditionally. You want to walk the earth and just be happy, right? Again, like I stated before, that starts with you. So let's talk a little bit about how you can actually do that. What does that actually look like? So for starters, stop talking badly about yourself. Stop talking badly about yourself. And by that specifically, what I mean is, if you're having a bad day, don't sit and have those conversations with yourself about everything that you did wrong. Focus more on all the things that you're doing positively. Because what happens when you're bashing yourself or when you're talking badly on yourself, that's actually a similar reflection to what self-hate is. We don't want self-hate, we want self-love. So first things first is stop being so hard on yourself, which I discussed in my last video. Stop comparing your life to others, which I discussed in my last video, because all of those things are not going to add to your happiness. They're just going to add to you being sad and upset. So don't compare your life to anyone else. Don't be hard on yourself, and don't talk badly about yourself. Another thing that you can do is start to celebrate a little bit more of the wins that you do have. We say little a lot when we're talking about accomplishments or something that we may have done or something that we may have bought. We refer to it as little or little. Stop referring to every little thing that you do as little. Oh, I just bought this little car. Yeah, I just started a little business. I just purchased a little home. It's not little. It's a big deal to you. It don't have to be a big deal to us. It don't have to be a big deal to the world or to your friends, to your family. No, let it be a big deal to you though, because what's going to happen is the mind works in a beautiful way. What's going to happen is each day or each time that you accomplish something, you have something that you've done, each time that you're making a big deal about it to yourself, what happens is you're going to look back and you're going to be like, oh wow, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. It's time for me to level up a little bit more. And then eventually you start to level up in life, because you're looking at all of these accomplishments that you're saying are big, and now you're going to start looking at them as small because you've done them all. So that actually will allow you and motivate you to want to level up even more. And who doesn't want to level up in life? Why not? So stop referring to everything as little. You started a big business. You bought a big house. You purchased a big car. You motivated someone in a big way. You inspired someone in a big way. It's not small. So don't talk about it being small. And again, that will definitely help with self-love. That is all things that are going to help with internally and unconditionally loving yourself. Another thing that we need to stop doing is associating ourselves with people who disrespect us. Stop associating yourself with people that disrespect you or people that treat you poorly. Now, I don't mean that you go and you match their level. Oh, well, they disrespected me, I'm gonna disrespect them back. Oh, they got smart with me, so I argued back. That's not what I mean. No, we not giving nobody that energy no more, right? So when I say that, what I mean specifically is you cut these people out of your lives. Take a break from these people. And I've talked about this before. You have to learn to distance yourself from people that continue to disrespect you, people that continue to treat you badly. When you continue to allow people over and over and over to do the same stuff to you that's hurting you, you're hurting yourself at this point. Because let me tell you something, if it happens multiple times, you are in control over that now, not that person. Again, we can't change people. Always remember that we can't change people, and our goal is not to change them. Our goal is only to change ourselves. So while you're sitting there allowing someone to disrespect you, allowing someone to treat you badly, you're treating yourself badly. You're disrespecting yourself. That's all you're doing. So by that is self-hate. That's not self-love. So what you need to do is, first you need to tell yourself, what value do these people bring in my life? You gotta learn or figure out a way to limit the amount of time and energy you're giving to people that are disrespectful towards you. Yes, we want to have great relationships with the people that we love and care about. However, if those people are disrespectful, if those people are degrading you, if those people are making you feel like a piece of crap, you have to learn to get them out of your lives. because that's not going to help with your self-love journey. Overall, you got to take care of your mental health. Those things are very important. That is going to be the determining factor on your future. If you care about your future, if you care about your children's future, your family's future, you have to get your mental health and your mental state in a better place. And that starts with self-love. Focus on yourself, work on yourself, and then I promise you, you're going to attract that man that's meant for you. You're going to attract that woman that's meant for you. And you guys are hopefully both working on yourselves right now. So when you come together, you're going to already know how to love yourselves unconditionally. So it will be 100 times better and easier for you to love each other unconditionally, and then your children unconditionally, and each generation that you guys bring in after that. Get a habit to love yourself. And if you're struggling with that, there's books that you can read on self-love. There's YouTube videos that you can watch on self-love. There's all types of things that you can look up that can help you with that process. Speak to someone if you need to speak to someone, but just don't sit and live in these unhappy moments. Life is really short, and life is also amazing, and you want to be able to experience that, but it's going to be really difficult for you to truly get the complete experience of how amazing life is if you're living unhappy, if you're living with self-hate and no self-love. You want to try and get into a place where self-love is your top priority, because it should be, because when you start with self-love, everything else follows behind that. Yes, everyone says that your children are supposed to be your first priority, or your husband or your wife is supposed to be your first priority. That's not true. How you treat yourself is your first priority, because everything that you do for yourself will be a reflection of what you do for others, right? You can't take care of your kids if you're not taking care of yourself. You can't take care of your wife if you're not taking care of yourself. You can't take care of your husband if you're not taking care of yourself. It all starts with you. So internalize all of that. You have to start loving yourself a little bit more, a little bit harder. So that pretty much sums up this topic. Thank you all so much again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Please feel free to comment if you have any suggestions or advice on how people can pretty much work on loving themselves unconditionally. Any videos you want to share. Anything that you want to discuss, please let me know. And guys, please remember to take care of your health, yourself, and everything else. Until next time, bye.